Have you ever felt like you're running away from something inside you, something you don't even want to name? What if the thing you fear the most is actually the only thing that can set you free? This story is about a boy who learned that truth the hard way, and maybe, just maybe, you'll see a little bit of yourself in him. His name was Lucas. He was 17, skinny, always wearing the same faded gray hoodie. Everyone in the small town called him the quiet one. He didn't talk much. He didn't smile much. He just walked fast everywhere, head down, earphones in, like the world was too loud and he needed to escape it. Lucas wasn't always like that. When he was little, he used to laugh so hard that milk would come out of his nose. He used to draw silly comics and show them to his mom. She would pin them on the fridge and say, "Lucas, one day people will pay to see these." He believed her. Then everything changed. When Lucas was 12, his mom got very sick. Cancer. Fast. The kind doctors can't stop. She fought for 2 years. Lucas stayed by her bed every afternoon after school. He read her his old comics. She still laughed even when it hurt to breathe. One rainy Tuesday, she looked at him and whispered, "Promise me something, my boy." "What, Mom?" "Promise you won't hide who you are, not even when it's scary, okay?" He nodded. Tears burned his eyes. "I promise." She died 3 days later. After that, Lucas broke his promise. Not on purpose, it just happened. He stopped drawing. He stopped laughing out loud. He stopped talking about feelings. He told himself it was easier this way. If he didn't feel anything too big, nothing could hurt him again. His dad tried. He wasn't good with words, but he tried. "Son, you want to talk?" "No, Dad, I'm fine." "You sure?" "Yeah, I'm good." He wasn't good. He was empty. High school became a place to survive, not to live. He sat in the back. He ate lunch alone. He got average grades. He never raised his hand. Teachers stopped calling on him because he never answered anyway. But there was one person who never gave up on him, Clara. Clara sat 2 rows in front of him in English class. Short black hair, bright yellow backpack, always humming. She drew little flowers on the corners of her notes. She smiled at everyone, even at Lucas. One day she turned around and whispered, "Hey, Lucas, you dropped this." She held out one of his old pencil sketches he had thrown in the trash earlier, a tired-looking bird sitting on a broken branch. He froze. "Where did you get that?" "From the bin. It was too beautiful to stay there." He felt his face burn. "Throw it away." "No way, it's art." "It's trash." "It's you." He didn't know what to say, so he just stared at his shoes. After that day, Clara started talking to him more. Small things. "Did you see the moon last night? It looked huge." "You like coffee or tea?" "Want half my sandwich? I always bring too much." Lucas usually answered with one word. "Yeah." "No thanks." But slowly, very slowly, he started saying more. One afternoon, Clara sat next to him on the steps outside school. "Why do you always walk so fast?" she asked. "I don't know, habit." "Are you running from something?" He looked away. "Maybe." "From what?" "From everything." Clara didn't laugh, she just nodded. "I used to run too. After my brother left home, I thought if I stayed busy I wouldn't miss him." "Did it work?" "No, it just made me tired." Lucas felt something move inside his chest, something small, something alive. Weeks passed. Clara kept showing up. She invited him to the art club. He said no. She invited him to watch the sunset at the old water tower. He said maybe. She left little notes in his locker. Tiny drawings, a smiling sun, a sleeping cat, a bird flying out of a cage. One Friday, she found him sitting alone behind the gym. "You okay?" He shook his head. "Bad day? Bad year," he said quietly. She sat down beside him. "Wanna tell me?" He stayed quiet for a long time. Then the words came out, slow and broken. "My mom, she died when I was 14, and I promised her I wouldn't hide anymore. But I did. I hid everything. And now I don't even know who I am without the hiding." Clara listened, really listened. When he finished, she said, "You're not hiding from the world, Lucas. You're hiding from the pain. But the pain is part of you now, and that's okay." He looked at her. "How is that okay?" "Because it means you loved her so much, and love that big, it never really leaves, it just changes shape." Tears came then, he couldn't stop them. Clara didn't hug him, she just sat close so their shoulders touched. That night Lucas went home and opened the box under his bed. Old sketchbooks, comics, drawings he made with his mom. He cried again, but this time it felt different. Not empty. Full. The next Monday he did something he hadn't done in years. He raised his hand in English class. The teacher looked shocked. "Yes, Lucas. I wrote something. Can I read it?" The room went quiet. Lucas stood up. His hands shook. He read a short story about a boy who carried a heavy backpack full of stones. Every day the stones got heavier. One day he met a girl who asked, "Why don't you put them down?" The boy said, "They're mine." She said, "They don't have to be yours forever." When he finished, nobody clapped at first. Then Clara started clapping, then 2 other people, then the whole class. After school, Clara found him. "That was brave. I was terrified. But you did it anyway." "Yeah," she smiled. "Welcome back." Over the next months, Lucas changed, not all at once, slowly. He started drawing again, he talked more, he laughed quietly at first, then louder. He even went with Clara to the water tower to watch the sunset. One evening up there, he said, "I used to think if I felt too much, I would break. And now I think maybe breaking was how I learned to open." Clara looked at the orange sky. "You kept your promise to your mom, you know." "How? You stopped hiding." Lucas felt the wind on his face. For the first time in years, he didn't want to run. The last time he visited his mom's grave, he brought a new drawing. One bird flying high above broken branches. He put it under a small stone so the wind wouldn't take it. He whispered, "I'm not hiding anymore, Mom. I'm still scared sometimes, but I'm here, I'm really here." And somewhere inside, he felt her smile. So here's the quiet truth this story carries. Running from yourself never makes the pain smaller. It only makes you smaller. The bravest thing you can do is stop. Turn around, look at the hurt, pick it up, and carry it with love instead of shame. Because the parts of you that hurt the most are usually the parts that loved the deepest. And that kind of love, it deserves to be seen. It deserves to be heard. It deserves to come home.